Well, welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo Happy Hour. We're just idiots.
What are you laughing
Why are we
at?
so dumb?
I don't know. You're the one that wanted to do half of a suit, and I was like, no, we're going full suits if we're doing suits.
Thank you for tuning in for our Wednesday whiskey review. We are dressed up like this for a multiple of reasons, but the first reason is that we officially have a sponsor of the show.
Yes. So we have things to do now, which we always made jokes of, but now that we actually have to, I'm like, how do we do this?
If you want to hear more about it and our actual reaction to it, go watch episode, what will it be, 115?
You act like I know all the, yeah.
I think so, right? 115 or 140, whatever. Some episode in the future. Go watch that because we have a lot of reactions because we don't think that we deserve any of this still.
We don't know what we're doing.
But Addie's Wine and Spirits is officially a sponsor of the show. What's their name, Mike?
Addie's Fine Wines and Great Liquors.
You've heard us talk about them. They have been, we first caught up with them through an interview, and they have been amazing ever since. Mike and I obviously started this podcast to support small businesses, and that's what they are. They are not a big chain liquor store. They are a family-run liquor store that is doing everything right. I mean, there's nothing that they do that is like against the consumer just to line their own pockets.
Yeah, correct.
Which is why you and I are like, we need to go here and become friends with them because this is the type of business that we want to do business with.
Agreed.
It's insane how awesome they are. They have a huge selection of whiskey, a huge selection of scotch. If you have watched all of our Wednesday whiskey reviews, 99% of it we get from there. And they have an insane collection of wine with an in-house sommelier that can help you choose which wine you want. They have numerous events. They're just a great run business. It's a liquor store, and you can find anything that you want there. And if you can't find what you want there, they'll order it for you. They can do anything.
Yeah, talk to them, and then I'm sure they can make it work.
Yeah, so we have, it's more of a partnership with them rather than a sponsorship. We're doing a lot for them. They're doing a lot for us. And it's something that we want to continue this relationship going forward. They've offered for every single Wednesday whiskey review that we do, if it's available in their store, they will be offering a 10% discount for our listeners to go order it either online or in the store and use code BHH at checkout, and you get 10% off the whiskey that we reviewed for that week. So if you're interested, you're looking at this, you can order it online, use code BHH, and also while you're at it, download their app. Their app is Addie's Wine and Spirits. I'll put the link in the description below, and it'll be in the link, or it'll be in the description for every episode going forward. You can download their app and then buy it from their app, as well as putting in that BHH discount code for the week, the whiskey that we reviewed that week. So we can't say enough good things about Addie's. We love every single one of them. They're just great people. We love their business model, and everything is great. So yeah, that's really it. I just am so excited. But go download their app. I have it on my phone. Do you have it on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Ever since a couple of days ago, because I was basically surfing and trying to figure out not only Christmas gifts for people that are coming up, but just pricing in general for certain things that pop in my head. And I'm like, oh, I could, because before we would just text or we'd scroll the website for eons.
Right.
The app is streamlined. So it's nice that if something pops up in my head, like, hey, what was the price for this 3-quart option or this Hartman's option? Find it, and then it populates right for you, and then it just saves you a ton of time. Yeah. Their app is really easy to use, which makes me happy.
So today we are reviewing Whistle Pig Piggyback 100% Rye, aged 6 years. This is for sale in their store for $50. So if you go online for the next week when this video is uploaded, you'll get 10% off of this product, and then you can enjoy it with us, and then leave your comments on this review below, and we can talk about it the next time. It's a great partnership. So Addie's, again, thank you so much for everything that you've done for us, and we look forward to everything in the future. So Whistle Pig, they're based in Vermont, and the owner was on The Apprentice with Donald Trump, which is sweet. It's so cool that like a TV reality star is now in the product. Like it's not like a rock thing where he's just the face of his tequila brand. Like that he's actually in the distillery. Which is sweet.
He's in the industry, which is nice.
So his name is Raj Bhakta. Look him up. He seems like an awesome guy. We've exchanged a couple messages a little bit ago. He seems like a sweet dude. The products that they put out are generally very, very, very expensive because they're extremely high quality. They do source a lot of their rye from Alberta, so it's a Canadian-based rye, But this is one of their cheaper options that they have on the market. This is a $50 option, like I said, but some of their other stuff is $200. There's a $500 option. They just keep going up. So it's a good intro to their product line, and it's a good indication of what is to be expected as you go up their prices. But obviously, as you go up, you're probably going to get better flavors. I'm assuming. I've never
flavors, higher proof. I've had one other.
Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
It had an actual pig inside of their topper. I have a photo of it. I sent it to you once, and it was a buddy of mine had it when he was working as a bartender in Georgia. It was his parting gift when he left, and it was like a $600 bottle. Really good. I was basically the only one in the room.
Probably the Boss Hog, right?
Correct. Yep. Yeah, that's what it was. I was the only one that could kind of handle it. Everybody else was like, "Oh, it tastes like fire," but I'm going to keep doing it because we're all doing it. And I was like, "Oh, I can actually pick some stuff up."
Yeah. So Whistle Pig, I'm not sure why they call themselves Whistle Pig or the relationship with pigs, because this is called Piggyback. This is 100% rye, which means it's probably a 95% rye grain and then a 5% rye malt. So the 100% rye is very hard to come by. When you get a lot of high rye whiskeys, normally it's 95% rye whiskey, 5% malted barley, which is different. So this is going to be pretty spicy since they're using the rye malt in addition to the rye grain rather than supplementing it with barley.
Label branding.
This is aged 6 years. It's 96.56 proof. Yeeks. You want to get even more specific? Label branding, dude. This is sweet.
It's attractive on the shelf.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
It's easy in the hand, as weird as that sounds. It says it's aged 6 years on there. It has their established dates, which is pretty cool.
56?
Yeah.
1956?
Yeah. In the back says, our vision is to represent or respect tradition, embrace progress, and bring friends together over the world's greatest rye whiskey. Dave Pickerell returned to the warehouse to realize his dream of creating the best aged rye whiskey for his cocktail. 100% rye, full of flavors, aged 6 years for an unprecedented complexity, and bottled at his ideal strength. Stir and shake in a good company. So from what I read, this product right here, the Whistle Pig Piggyback, is Dave Pickerell's. It was the first rye whiskey created after he passed away, and this is kind of to honor him.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's a cork situation?
It's fake, but at least it's... Oh, no, this is real. Nope, this is fake. Yeah. But at least it's not screw off, so... A++? A+?
A+.
A+, I agree. All right, so nose. What do you got on the nose? Ooh. Oh.
What are you picking up there, Derek?
This is like deep caramel, a little sour, but it's like this deep caramel, butterscotch.
Toffee.
Yeah, it's a good call. Maybe a little chocolate, and then there's like a kerosene type note.
I'm picking up the kerosene and toffee up front in the nose really hard.
Yeah. It's good. It smells inviting.
After a long day, man, there's nothing better than whiskey.
Hell yeah. I'll drink to that, brother. So nose A.
A, yeah.
The toffee and the butterscotch and the caramel are inviting. A little off-putted by that kerosene or alcohol or sour note, whatever it is. It'll be interesting if that translates to the taste.
Initial taste, here we go.
So that taste, that smell kind of translates to like a wet rye bread. It's spicy. There's a little like a cracked peppercorn in there too. But all that sweetness in the nose goes away. Do you feel the same?
I do, and I'm trying to figure out what that wet rye is. Wet rye is like a good quick analysis of it, but I want to dive deep into that specific note and hammer what it really is. because that's what actually mellows the whole thing out and kind of dilutes the kerosene aspect of it.
It tastes like a young rye.
It does.
Like,
but it's, I mean, I understand the 6-year mark.
But it tastes younger
Obviously,
than that.
It does. Yes, exactly my point. It definitely tastes younger than 6 years. And it's oily, which is weird because, well, not weird, but for me, I'm picking up the wet rye that mellows out the proof point, and then after that, the oils kind of just coat your mouth to such an extent that the ending note is almost flat.
Yeah.
Because it's so heavy up front that it just kind of smooths out on the back end, but it dissipates really quick. It's a super high hug.
Yeah. Have you ever had well, I know you have, but kind of more towards you guys. Have you ever had a very peaty scotch? And I understand that this analogy might not resonate first, but if you have a very peaty scotch or a very high proof whiskey, and then after that you go to a low proof whiskey, the taste in your mouth that is basically you initially think to yourself, I should have started with the low proof, or I should have started with the non-peated scotch and then gone to the peat. You know, that taste in your mouth where you're like, I did this wrong. That's what the back half of this is, because the front half is so overpowering in a good way, but the ending note is gone. There's nothing that you can pick up on the ending note because the front is so powerful.
Yeah.
I will say I really enjoy that front note, and for $50, I would easily buy this for $50.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because
if it was 75, I'd be slightly upset though.
Yeah, this is a very, very good initial taste bourbon or whiskey, rye whiskey. I enjoy this. So initial taste, I'm going to go A++. I really enjoy that initial punch.
I'll go A+ check mark.
Okay, nailed it.
Ending note, the only thing that I'm really picking up on the ending note, because it does dissipate so quick, is honey. And the honey kind of infuses itself with the oil, and it mellows itself out, and that's what's not allowing like an indigestion type feel to occur, because it settles out so quick and so quick and so high that it doesn't necessarily burn or cause indigestion or do anything in your chest. It's not even your throat. It's so smooth on the back end, which is really pleasant, but this is all about the initial taste in regards to the tasting profile and things like that. That's where this primarily is focused in regards to like a design phase.
So I'm going to go B on the ending note.
I agree with you because it is flat.
Yeah. But
I agree.
I agree. Again, but just because it's flat does not mean that this is a bad whiskey, because everything is so front forward initial taste that you would drink this probably quicker than normal because you enjoy that initial taste so much.
If you prefer ice or whiskey on the rocks, this is so mellow, you really don't need it. If you wanted to dilute it a little bit to kind of pause that or like split up that initial taste, an eyedropper with just 1 to 2 drops is really all you need. I would not put this over a massive slow melt ice cube just because it might dilute it to a point that you don't want it at all. It might just ruin too many of the aspects of what you could be picking up with your palate.
Yeah.
Final rating. Give me that countdown.
3, 2, 1.
86. 88.
Close.
Yeah, 89.
There you go.
89.
Shut up. This is how we do it, people. We throw out 2 numbers, and then I have to walk Mike through finding the answer. But yeah, I enjoy this. I really do.
Me too. I am excited to drink this for the next hour and a half with you.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to today's Wednesday Whiskey Review with Whistle Pig Piggyback, aged 6 years, 100% rye. If you are interested in picking this up, go to Addie's app. Again, it's in the Google Play Store and the Apple whatever, because I don't have an Apple phone. But it's in the store as Addie's Wine and Spirits. So go check that out. Download their app. And if you want to buy this, they will ship it to you. Use code BHH to get 10% off your purchase for this whiskey for the next week. So thank you, everybody. If you do pick up this bottle, which I hope that you do, please remember to always drink responsibly, be a good person. And Michael,
do not litter.
We're out.